How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Steins Linear Bounded Phenogram. We are in Moeka's route, and we're kind of following her as she, is deceiving the lab mems, coming up to the point where she will eventually truly betray them and kill Mayuri. And honestly, just cause that whole course of events to begin for Okabe, if they have not already. And we're kind of seeing things, happening in a different way where Moeka is becoming more attached to the characters. It's starting with Mayuri, and I don't know, we kind of saw at the beginning that she was showing regret, some conflict. So I'm assuming as we get closer and closer, this is going to be a recurring pattern. We just seeing Moeka get more closer to the other lab mems. Right now, she's trying to tamper with or destroy the phone wave. And that is because of FB's orders. But yes, the conflict is there. When I get close to the lab... I remember this. I'm glad we have mail, but I can't check it. It's Makase-san and Amane-san, the part-timer from the Brawn Tube workshop, if I remember correctly. The two are arguing over something. Okay, hold up. We've got mail. Shina-san. Okay, so now we're gonna start receiving stuff from friends. Good morning, Moeka-san. Are you coming to the lab today? I was really happy I got to talk with you yesterday, so it'd be super nice if you came by the lab again today. We can say, good morning, Shina-san. I was actually thinking about going to the lab today, headed over there now. Or, good morning, Shina-san. I really enjoyed talking to you too. I hope we can do it again sometime. I mean, both are good. I think we'll go with this one because it has the little musical note to kind of go with the tuturu. I don't know. It seems just a tad bit nicer.
理由はないわけじゃない。だったら、はっきり言ったらどうなの？わかった。それじゃあはっきり言わせてもらう。マキセ・クリス。君はセルンは知ってるよね。
CERN? What does she know about CERN?
率直に言うと、私は君がセルンのスパイなんじゃないかと思ってる。
Makase-san is a spy from CERN? What's going on? Nobody told me anything about this. There was nothing like that in the personal info that FB sent me. I hurriedly type up an email to her. This is some juicy stuff. Urgent confirmation. I overheard Amane-san asking Makase-san if she's a CERN spy. Is this the case? Please reply as soon as possible. I wonder if we will get anything ASAP on this. Oh, nope. Never mind. We will. The reply is immediate. Is Makase Kirisu a CERN spy? No. There's no truth to that. The lab mems may be putting on an act to try and draw you out. Be careful how you react. I knew it. Makase-san being a part of CERN is some kind of misunderstanding. If she really was a spy, FB would have told me before I got started on this mission. But then why does Amane-san suspect her? I might have to ask her directly.
あら、キリュウさん、おはよう。もしかしてラボに行くところ？それなら一緒に。聞きたいことがあるの。え？さっきあなたたちが話していたセルンの話は本当？
We're interfering with an event that occurred in the original Steins Gate, I'm pretty sure, because we've seen that CG before.
セルンの話？そう。マキセさんがセルンのスパイという話。聞いてたの？
I nod slightly.
キリュウさん、あなたまでそんなこと言うの？もしかして 岡部か橋田から聞いた？
Okabe-kun? Hashida-kun? What do they have to do with this? Is this Mayuri? Yes. So you're coming today, I'll be waiting. She's happy either way. I don't know if it matters how we respond. It's sometimes hard to tell, like, both responses are totally good and are either in character or appealing to the person that we're responding to, but you never really can tell which is the one that will give you an opportunity to do another response, to continue the conversation. It's kind of difficult.
確かにセルンは素粒子の研究機関にもかかわらずタイムマシンの研究をしている。
What?
マキセ・クリス、君はやっぱり。誤解しないで。橋田がハッキングしたのよ。岡部に言われてね。私もたまたまそこに居合わせた。そして知ってしまった。
You're kidding. Even a rounder like me didn't know that much. The only thing I was told is that the Rounders are an unofficial subordinate organization of CERN. CERN is researching time machines. Does FB know this?
常識的に考えて、私がセルンのスパイだなんてありえないわ。ヨーロッパに行ったことすらないのよ。
I don't care whether Makase-san is a spy or not at this point. There's a more pressing issue. She and the others have discovered one of CERN's secrets. One that even I didn't know.
とにかく、私はセルンとは無関係だし、天音さんに恨まれる理由なんて全くないつもりよ。
Amane-san seems dissatisfied with her explanation.
桐生萌香だったよね。マキセ・クリスがセルンのスパイであるにしろないにしろ、彼女には気をつけて。
She then disappears into the Braun Tube workshop. Does she know something about CERN too? I want to ask her for more details, but that'll have to wait for another time. For now, I'll stick with Makase-san. I need to ask her more.
マキセさんは今の話をどう思う？どうって言われても、逆に私が聞きたいぐらいだわ。そもそも天音さんはどういった理由で私をセルンのスパイだと疑っているのかしら。
Are we... What are we doing? Oh, okay. It's to her. I was like, are we gonna text, Are we gonna text FB? Your father is the time machine researcher, Dr. Nakabachi, right? That might be why she doesn't trust you. This all might be related to the rumors that CERN is researching time machines. Wait, how do we know this? She has not talked about that. Like, Kirisu tries to keep that under wraps.
ちょっと待って。どこで私の父がドクター中鉢だって知ったの？私、編集プロダクションでアルバイトしてるから。ああ、なるほど。
Wow, that is an easy excuse.
天音さんもそれをどこかで知って。
Or cover up or whatever.
それで、父のタイムマシン研究とセレンの研究がつながっているかもって思ったわけね。なるほど。確かに筋は通ってる。確かに私の父はタイムマシンの研究をしているわ。でもそれが私とセルンとのつながりになるかといえば、答えはノー。そもそも私がラボでタイムマシンの研究をしているのは父のためじゃないし、ましてやセルンのためでもない。単純に自分の探求心のため。そうなの。
It doesn't seem like she's hiding anything.
でもね、本当のところどうなんだろう。
Makase-san starts to mutter to herself.
タイムマシン研究は父のためじゃないとは言ったけど、もしかしたら父に認められたいからなのかも。
Her words are barely audible. I don't think she wants me to respond. Nonetheless, I nod my head.
私も その気持ちはよくわかる。
Makase-san opens her eyes wide.
桐生さんも？私も誰かに必要とされたくて必死に頑張ってしまうことがあるから。
I snap to my senses after saying all of this. I've basically divulged my relationship with FB. Considering how smart Makase-san is, it's entirely possible that she'll piece things together.
いえ、違う。深い意味はなくて。桐生さん、thanks.
For some reason, Makase-san happily laughs.
ちょっと嬉しかったわ。嬉しい？どうして？最近いろいろあったから。なんだろう。気持ちがわかるって言ってもらえて、嬉しいみたい。
I reflexively avert my eyes from Makase-san's straightforward gaze.
私、今日はもう帰る。え？ちょっと？桐生さん？
Her eyes were so serious and earnest. Even after returning to my room, I can't get Makase-san's happy face and words of gratitude out of my head. And just like that, I'm on the roof. So how the fuck? How do we end up here? I step back in surprise, but a fence bumps against my back. Ah, right. I climbed over said fence so I could stand on the edge of the roof. I'm tired of everything. I'm tired of curling into a ball in my room. If nobody'd notice my death or even be sad, then why not? I quickly take my cell phone out from my pocket. For some reason, I felt like maybe it'd give me a reason to step back. However, new messages, 0. Of course. I haven't gotten a new email in years. Why did I think this change anything? Oh, okay, I know what's going on here. This is the past. I tilt my head at my own naivety and toss the phone away. I watch it disappear into the city far below. Will the same thing happen to me? Will I become so small that I can't be seen, eventually vanishing entirely? I'd be okay with that. It's better than holing up in my room. I leap from the roof almost like I tripped. But then suddenly something warm grasps both of my hands. Without any time to react, I'm pulled back up. 2 people had grabbed me. And now those people are holding me tightly. They won't let go. Why? Why would you stop me? I just want it to end. Please just let me end this. Okay, maybe this isn't the past. Maybe this is a dream. The person grasping my right hand speaks.
Moeka-san. Arigatou.
The person grasping my left hand continues. Their voices are so gentle. Their hands are so warm that it makes me want to cry. And before I realize it, I am crying. Crying like a child as the 2 mysterious people continue to hold my hands. I grab back, as though clinging to them, and speak in a voice hoarse from all the crying. I suddenly jump up. I think I was dreaming. I can hardly remember what the dream was about. Realizing my cheeks feel tense, I reach up to touch them. They're wet. Was I crying? I can't remember. My cell phone off to the side notifies me of a couple of new emails. I hurriedly flip it open. Oh yeah, one from Okabe and one from FB. Hey. Alright, so FB says, you didn't send in a report yesterday, is everything okay? Did you try causing dissent among the lab mems? I realize that that's not something that can be accomplished in a single day, but please continue looking for an opening to destroy the time machine. whilst also causing dissent or unrest between them. And it kind of cuts off there. I'm going to assume it says good luck. Okabe-kun's message is, what are your plans today? There's something I want to ask you. If possible, can you drop by the lab around 12? I know. I am a rounder. M4, not a lab mem. So we'll reply to FB about the time machine. I decide to ignore Okabe-kun's email and reply only to FB's message. She's the only person I can trust. I'd do anything for her. Understood. It would appear as though Makase-san, Okabe-kun, and Hashida-kun all know CERN's true nature. Apparently they used hacking to find out. So then why? Why am I having trouble pushing the send button? I have an uncomfortable feeling deep inside my chest. But why? I take a deep breath and finally manage to hit the send button using 2 fingers. And we'll get that quick response, or not. Tucking away my phone, I stand up. It's time to head back to the lab today. I have to carry out FB's orders. It's all we can do, apparently.
No! 指圧師ではないか。
もう、オカリン、指圧師じゃなくて萌香さんだよ。
Only Okabe-kun and Shina-san are at the lab today.
よく来たな、指圧師よ。集合時刻を3分も過ぎているから、おじけづいて逃げたのかと思ったぞ。
遅れてごめんなさい。
構わん、指圧師よ。すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択だからな。
ごめんなさい。
You okay there, Okabe?
毒ペでも飲むか？
大丈夫。
そうか。わかった。
Damn, that really killed his mood.
オカリン、緊張しすぎだよ。
Nervous? Wait, what's going on here? What's poppin'?
そうか。わかった。
同じこと2回言ってる。
聞きたいことって何？
Yeah, is it like experimentation time, or are we gonna all go hang out? Like, what's poppin'?
まあ、なんだ？とりあえず座るがいい。
What could it be? Okabe-kun's more inarticulate today than usual. I cautiously sit down on the sofa.
ごめんね、萌香さん。オカリンはこんなに緊張してるけど、別に大した話じゃないから安心してほしいのです。
何を言うのだ、マユリよ。これから俺がする話は組織との最終決戦にも影響を及ぼしかねない。いわば世界の命運を左右する話と言っても過言ではない内容だぞ。
It's that serious? Wait, don't tell me they figured out that I'm a spy. No, that's impossible. I've been careful about being followed, and I know for a fact that I haven't leaked any information. That said, the lab mems are almost impossible to read. It's entirely plausible that they've slowly amassed information without my having realized it. They might have done a full background check on me.
ほらほら、オカリン。オカリンはラボのリーダーなんでしょ？だったらビシッとかっこよく言うべきだよ。
I have no idea what's happening here.
そんなことは分かっている。
Like, I don't know what to guess anymore.
よく見ておけ。なんだ。指圧しよう。昨日クリスと何かあったのか？
All the tension in my body is released. Not only is the topic completely different from what I expected, but I'm also surprised that Okabe-kun of all people is bringing this up.
実はな、昨日ラボにやってきたクリスが何やら落ち込んでいたのでな。少し事情を聞いてみたのだが、クリス曰く、視圧師が話している途中で突然走り去っていってしまったから、何か怒らせるようなことを言ってしまったのではないかと心配していたのだ。
I see. Sorry for worrying you. I promise you Makase-san is just misunderstanding things. I've been feeling under the weather since yesterday morning. Oh, excuse me. I managed to make it to the front of the lab, but that was as far as I could get. I ended up going home. Makase-san didn't do anything wrong. I guess that works.
目の前にいるというのになぜメール？
Yeah.
萌歌さんも面と向かってこういうこと話すのが恥ずかしいんだよ。オカリンと一緒。
いや、俺は断じて恥ずかしがってなどいない。して、
ふむ、なるほど。そういうことだったのか。
だったらそう伝えておく。きっとあいつも安心するだろう。しかしまったく小心者だな、助手は。機関を相手に一人で立ち回る俺の強胆さを少しは見習うべきだ。
Courageous, but you were all nervous for the past 10 minutes. Even I don't know why I ran off yesterday. To be honest, I don't understand what it was I was feeling at the time. Even after I got home, my chest felt tight. Why? Why do I get this strange feeling every time I try to deceive the lab mems? I just want to talk to someone about it. But considering my position, I can't exactly do that with any of the people here at the lab. There's a limit to how far I can hide my identity as a rounder, and if I tell them who I really am, I'd be betraying FB. But I also can't talk to her about this either. Oh, I get it. I'm all alone right now, and we have mail. Makase-san. My worries were dispelled a little thanks to talking to you yesterday. I really want to thank you. Also, you left pretty suddenly yesterday. Did I do something to offend you? I know I can be pretty harsh at times, and I sometimes hurt people without realizing it. If I did anything, please just tell me straight. So this response is, I'm really happy that I was useful to you, Makase-san. I was feeling a little under the weather yesterday, so I went home. I was just talking to Okabe-kun and the others about that. And the other one is, I'm really happy that I was useful to you, Makase-san. I don't know how I can help, but I'd like to talk again if that's okay with you. Let's go with this response. I think it adds a little bit more context and information. It'll probably add to the relief. I think it's just a better option. I can't tell the truth to anyone. I'm completely cut off. FB had always been there for me, and I could rely on her for any problems I had. But I can't do that right now. There's not a single person I can call a friend. I'm all alone.
どうした視圧師よ。おい、大丈夫か?
When I snap back to my senses, Okabe-kun and Shina-san are both looking at me with concerned expressions.
ごめんなさい。少しぼーっとしてた。
ねえねえ、萌歌さん。
Suddenly, Shina-san grabs my hand and looks directly at me.
あのね、マユシーは時々、萌歌さんが何か悩んでいるように見えるのです。
へっ、未熟だな、視圧師よ。わずかな悩みは土壇場で反応を鈍らせる。これは長年期間と渡り合ってきた俺の経験則だ。致命的な状態に陥る前に洗いざらい吐くがいい。
Shina-san glances at Okabe-kun as he laughs loudly, and then turns back at me with a smile on her face. Hold up, let's read this. Hold on a minute. Does that mean you heard from Okabe that I was worried about you? Why that little? No wonder he told me not to come to the lab today. Alright, well, at least she has context. I don't know if that was the best one to go with, but whatever. I was content, and that's what matters. But there's no way I can talk about this indescribable feeling of mine, not even if she smiles at me like that. I'm alone. I have to stay this way.
私は大丈夫。
This is for the best. It should be, but then why? What's this feeling? The discomfort once again swirls around deep inside of my chest. It's so painful. Why does it hurt this much? Is it because I want to tell them everything? Even if that'd mean betraying FB? I just don't know. I'm losing track of myself.
そっか。マユシーの勘違いだったみたい。ごめんね。
そう。勘違い。大丈夫。何も悩んではいない。
Shina-san's smile is a little sadder than before, and the pain in my chest continues to throb. Why do I feel like this? I have FB. FB is the only one I need. What's happening to me? Lots of things, Moeka. Lots of things. Instead of keeping tabs on the lab, I've been assigned to a different mission today. Being a low-level agent means I haven't been given any details. The recovery team is coming, so guide them to the building in Akihabara. Those are my orders. Coincidentally, it seems the scientist who fled from CERN has been hiding out in Akihabara. But is that really a coincidence? What if he knows about Okabe-kun and intends to leak information to their lab?
Oi, omae.
A man comes out from the scientist's hideout and stands in front of me. I reflexively take a step back. The man has a distinctly different air from the other rounders I know. At a glance, I can tell he has a muscular body and sharp eyes. He's fluent in Japanese, but his tall stature and blonde hair clearly indicate that he's a foreigner. Could he have come from CERN headquarters?
これを持って大塚駅の南口に行け。以上だ。質問は受け付けん。中身も見るな。
The man hands me a briefcase. Naturally, I'm not authorized to check inside. Not that I need to.
それで後始末はどうするんだ？特に死体の処理は厄介だぞ。
Corpse. He definitely just said corpse. I already had a vague idea that this might be the case. That the people in front of me had killed the scientist. I quietly swallowed down my nervousness.
大丈夫だ。後の処理は例の部隊に任せてある。
That team? Who are they talking about? FB mentioned something about this too. I wonder what it all means. It seems CERN's influence has already extended into the core of most nations. CERN can assassinate people and easily make it as though they never even existed. It's so terrifying that I really don't want to think about it anymore.
各自個別に撤収しろ。12日、0830ポイントガンマにて再合流する。
After the rounders disappear, I walk toward the station. I need to hand the recovered briefcase to another rounder.
早く終わらせよう。
Oh wait, I remember this whole routine. I have no idea what's inside the briefcase, but the faint scent of blood is still in the air. After going to Otsuka Station, a woman I don't recognize greets me. I hand the briefcase to her and finish my job. I think I catch her saying I've received the documents into her cell phone as she leaves, but I pretend not to hear. This has nothing to do with a low-level agent like myself. The escaped scientist's name, the names of the rounders, the name of the woman who took the briefcase. My mission ended before I can learn any of these things. I feel a little nauseous. I'm in such a bad mood that I just want to go home and sleep. But upon returning to Akihabara, I bump into two familiar faces.
ああ、萌香さんだ。
Ah, it's us.
Hello.
Shina-san and Makase-san, the two of them greet me as soon as they spot me.
てる
こんにちは。
私たちこれからラボに行くところなの。萌香さんもそうでしょ？まったく岡部にも困ったものよね。こっちの都合なんか全然考えないでメールしてくるんだから。
岡部くんからのメール。
I hurriedly opened my cell phone. Oh. Alrighty, so the 1978th Roundtable Conference will be held at the lab today at 1900 hours. That's 5 p.m. This will be an important gathering that will decide the future of our very... Okay, well, I can't read that. She's right, I have a message from him. I had turned my phone off during the mission, so I didn't notice. Well, can I read the rest of that, please?
せっかくだし一緒に行こうよ。
Please participate if possible. The mad scientist Hyo in Kyoma. Well, I guess there wasn't really much else to read there. Thought there'd be something, but you know, what do I expect?
でも
ああ、そろそろ行かないと遅刻するかも。ほら、行こう行こう。
Shina-san takes my hand and basically drags me to the lab. Off we go, I guess.
よーし、全員揃ったようだな。
Alrighty, well, before we jump into whatever this is bound to be, and I know we're approaching, you know, the dangerous times. We'll save it here for this episode, and we'll see what happens in the next one. But I did want to, you know, talk a little bit about Moeka's situation. Obviously, I have no experience being a double agent, but obviously, us being humans, we've all had some sort of feeling of conflict, that sort of confliction that kind of tears you between two things. And this is where I think Moeka is terrible for the role that she's in. Not that Moeka is a useless character, she obviously has something to her, whatever that something is. She's not a one-dimensional character, you know, despite it seeming like that at times. She is just struggling, straight up. She doesn't feel like she has purpose, and so she latched on to FB. And that's fine and all, to be given orders to go and deceive the lab mems and do all that, and she succeeded in doing so in the original Steins Gate. We've all seen it. We've all gone through the game or watched the anime or whatever. We've all been deceived as well. She successfully did that. But the thing is here, in this case, is that the reason why she's terrible for the role is because if she were to get close, she'd be putting herself into a dangerous position like what we're seeing now. She's vulnerable when it comes to this. She's a messed up person already, feeling like she has no place to belong, so when one side makes her think that she's belonging and then the other side does the same, she's going to feel confused, conflicted. It's obvious. And that's where she will fail as a double agent. And we're going to see that failure. Obviously, not in a bad way for us, but an interesting way for a story purpose regardless. This is pretty interesting. I would have to say, the most interesting stuff that we've seen from Moeka. Thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.